baby, drones are not designed for everyone, and this video will prove that to you. From causing bike accidents to flying into people's heads and even catching some unforeseen spear hits, these drones captured the funniest encounters. Even a golfer got their anger out on the drone. Now that's some next level of anger management. In this video, we will go through hilarious drone fails and funny moments caught by drones that will make you roll on the floor laughing. So grab your bag of popcorn and let's get started. Number 1. The cow cops. This guy was running from the police, and the drone captured something bizarre while tracking him. Turns out the man entered a field with some cows in it. The cows decided to start following the man, pushing him towards the police more and more. It is almost as if they know he is a criminal. The thermal camera guides the cops over to the criminal, still being pursued by the crime-fighting cows. They finally apprehend him, all thanks to the efforts of the cow cops. Number 2. The speedy drone. A duo of bikers were racing up on the mountain, but they did not realize there was another racer wanting to take part in the competition. The drone was slowly climbing up the hill, and the biker kept glancing at it to make sure it was following them. But suddenly, the drone sped up and collided with the tire. Both the drone and the biker crashed and stopped midway on their trail. The biker really needs to watch where he is going, but it seems like an intentional collision from the drone, doesn't it? Number 3. A wedding surprise. Weddings are special and they are cherished by the couple for a long time, but this couple will remember their special day for more than one reason. The groom and bride were happily posing when a shaky drone took flight. You just know it is not going to end well from the moment it started recording. The drone gained some momentum and before you know it, crashed into the heads of the couple. Maybe it wanted to join in on the celebration too, but the couple never saw it coming. Number 4. Bear cub takes a slide. This mama bear and her cub are stuck on the steepest of cliffs, and they are trying very hard to get to the other side. The mama bear struggles to get to the top, but not as much as the bear cub. It stumbles slightly once and then again. That's when it gave up completely and came sliding down the snow, holding on for dear life as the snow pushed him to the bottom. The mama bear is going to regret not letting him go first. Number 5. The paragliding failure. This young man was multitasking while paragliding and operating the drone trailing behind him. What he did not realize at that moment was that it wouldn't be that easy to operate two things at once. First, he lost control of his parachute and crashed straight into the branches. That made him lose control of the drone, and it came down crashing moments after him. Number 6. Arms too short. This footage is just out of the world. The crane operator decided not to let the drone get in his way, so he is trying to swat it away using the excavator. He keeps trying, but the excavator's arm cannot reach the drone. Guess he will just have to give up and keep on working. Number 7. People vs the teasing drone. This drone is out there to annoy everyone, but the people have had enough of its drama. It got harder to ignore the flying device that was trying its best to mock the people. So they got a bit creative. One of them found a whole crate to throw at the drone, but it didn't work out. Another guy tried striking at the drone, but it was too fast and got away. But it sure forced the drone to find another target. Its next target was a bit more welcoming. She told the drone to turn around with her finger. The drone simply mimicked a dance move. So, another girl joined in, and the two had a small dance battle. All in all, it ended up as a tie because the drone surprisingly had some pretty crazy moves in store. Number 8. Bullseye! This kid is going to go places, and this single kick proved it. The drone was simply getting ready to capture the kids playing football, but that one kid was probably not happy with the attention. So he grabbed the football, positioned it right, and flew it straight up into the air. His aim was so good that it ended up connecting with the drone and brought it crashing down. Number 9. The weird fishing bait. This fisherman was probably not happy with his hunt today, so he pulled a bait out that the fish might not say no to, a drone. After releasing a fish, he threw the fishing line high up, not realizing that the drone was right above him. The line connected with the drone and halted its footage right there. The drone came crashing down. Number 10. The scared sprint. This man was enjoying his time at the lake when this mischievous drone decided to put him on a chase. He saw the drone and jumped up in fear. The drone truly embraced its villain arc and moved closer to the old man. When he saw the weird flying machine coming towards him, he fled from the scene and ran far from the lake. The drone didn't stop until the man was sprinting as fast as he could. Number 11. Dog attacks drone. This dog is not very happy with his owner's new best friend and decides to take it down. Just as the man was getting ready to test drive the drone, the dog got in the middle and brought it down. He definitely doesn't like the drone. Number 12. Look out for the spear. This drone was busy capturing a carnival, but what it did not anticipate was that there would be some unhappy knights. One of them probably wanted the event to be purely to the theme. Since a drone seems out of character, he got a spear and threw it straight at the drone. The flying machine received a brutal strike from the long-lost emperor and declared its loss immediately. Spear 1 and Technology 0. Number 13. The angry golfer. This golfer, who looks pretty calm, is almost on the verge of having a nervous breakdown. You will see why in just a few seconds. The woman was getting ready to strike the golf ball. She was in a good stance and probably in a good state of mind too. Just as she struck the ball, hoping to hit the shot, it didn't go so well. The ball ended a few meters away from her, and she couldn't face the embarrassment of it. So she turned around and struck the next best thing she could find, the drone. The poor drone never saw that coming and fell down on land. Sports do get you on the emotional roller coaster. Number 14. Drone targets a man. This drone was ready to take its flight to the next level. But flying through the high buildings like Spider-Man, it forgot to steer clear of the windows. One of them was opened where a man was working on his laptop. The drone somehow crashed into the window, caused it to crack, and hit the man on his head. Number 15. The unhappy kangaroo. This herd of kangaroos looked quite peaceful as they hopped around, but that drone had no clue it would be the animal's next target. One brave kangaroo bounces in the direction of the drone. At the last moment, something snapped inside him. His intrusive thoughts won over, and he changed his direction to pounce at the bizarre flying machine. Not only did he smartly fool the drone, but he also punched it with full force, causing it to declare surrender at once. This is one smart kangaroo that is surely winning his next boxing match. Number 16. The excited fireworks. If you are throwing a drone in the middle of the fireworks, there will be consequences. This drone flew straight into the banging sparks and did not anticipate that one would hit it. It stayed put for a good few minutes, capturing magnificent footage. But that confidence soon shattered into 1,000 pieces when a spark came out of nowhere and connected with the drone. The impact was not huge, but the drone was definitely on the hit list of the fireworks. It stole their thunder after all. Number 17. The loyal drone. In this video, the friends are having a good time enjoying a cliff dive. One of the boys dives in, and the drone seems to have gotten a pretty good shot of it. But wait, where is the drone going? As soon as the boy hit the water, the drone tried to do the same. Unluckily, it could not follow through. Instead, it crashed onto the edge of the cliff and splashed into the water. One way or another, it managed to dive in too. Number 18. The unexpected surprise. This young girl was playing with her dog. Her dad seems to be enjoying recording the wholesome video, but then out of nowhere, the drone gets hit. What happened? Well, turns out the girl was kicking the ball and accidentally threw her slipper in the air. By some miracle, the slipper came and struck the drone, causing it to fall from the air and have an immediate crash landing. These drones cannot catch a break, can they? Number 19. Hide and seek. These kids were busy playing on the roof when an unexpected visitor joined in. The kids weren't too happy about it, though. They ran as fast as their little legs could take them. One of them sprinted at full speed and jumped into the other building. The other took the carom board and hid behind as if the drone couldn't spot him. Whether the drone wanted to be friends or not, these young boys definitely didn't want to be recorded. Number 20, the angry chimpanzee. This drone was outsmarted by the chimpanzee within a few seconds, and the drone had no clue. But that's what you get for flying so close to the apes. The chimpanzee was prepared to catch the drone. He used a bamboo stick and managed to bring it down with his huge hands. But the chimpanzee did not stop there. It was curious, so it got down and started inspecting the drone. This chimpanzee has the scientist spirit in him for sure. Number 21, the pigeon attack. This flock of pigeons had targeted the drone, and they were not going to let it pass by without some damage. So they flew straight into the drone, and it came crashing down from the sky. The pigeons move away unbothered, as if they hadn't just collided with a weird flying machine on their way. Number 22, Eagle Veer's drone. This doesn't look like harmful footage, does it? Well, that's because the drone didn't see the incoming shock either. It was recording a beautiful view of the forest from above when suddenly an eagle came flying in. Out of nowhere, it attacked the drone as if it was its next meal. But then it got disinterested pretty fast and flew away. Not his favorite meal, I suppose. Number 23, the drone that went cliff diving. This drone was ready to record the magnificent view of the cliffs and the sea. But when it went near the cliff, it changed its mood from recording to cliff diving. The moment it went down to get a good shot, the drone crashed onto the land and fell straight into the water. Number 24, the unlucky man. A drone was high up in the air, recording a great shot of the mountain. It had been coming for a good distance, but somehow it ended up hitting a man on his head while he was walking peacefully down the street. He got so angry at the unexpected blow to his head that he gave a hard kick and shoved the drone away. Number 25, catching the unknown sleeper. Drones are not just used for capturing scenery, but they can also catch culprits. This strange man was sleeping at a grocery mart, and the authorities had caught on to him. So they sent a drone for a lookout. It searched for a good few minutes until the drone finally spotted him. There he was, sleeping at the most bizarre of locations, tucked away in a number of blankets. His hiding spot may have been good, but nothing remains hidden from a drone. Number 26, the scared bear. The drone had lost its signal high above in the air, but even after crashing on land, it managed to capture hilarious footage. A bear was curious about what had fallen from the sky, so he inched closer and closer towards the drone. It was probably scared that the drone would come alive and attack him, but as soon as it touched the drone, it ran away with its feet backwards as if he had seen a ghost. Number 27, the unsuccessful flight. This drone was showing off every skill in the book, but too much confidence can also bring you down. It was flying through all the goals, dodging all the markers, but its finish was not the best. It slammed straight into a goalpost and crashed. It went spinning in circles when it hit the goalpost. Talk about failing at the last second. Number 28, double crash. This surfer seems quite confident as he darts through water on his board, showing off his mad driving skills. Seems like he has pretty sweet moves too, doesn't it? Just wait for a few more seconds. There he goes, down into the water, splashing water everywhere. To top it off, he lets go of the handle, and it comes flying into the air and connects straight with the drone. What are even the chances? Number 29, the shy bird. This drone got up high to catch a glimpse of the chicks and the mother bird, but what it did not anticipate was that the father was right there too. It probably turned out in the favor of the drone, though. The father bird was very shy in attacking the drone. It came very near to striking the flying machine away from his family, but it just circled and then went back to where it came from. It had probably gathered an ounce of courage to impress the mother bird, but the drone did not let it get that far. It stood its ground, and that scared the bird away. Number 30, the soft landing. This drone probably did not understand the mission. It started recording the lake and the fishermen on the boat. It was doing just fine, but then suddenly it went straight into the water. It dived straight into the lake and probably gave a heart attack to the owner. He couldn't have saved it now if he wanted to. Number 31, the skateboard fall. This man seems to be on the race with his skateboard. When it got too fast, He couldn't keep his balance anymore and crashed himself straight onto the curbside. But don't worry, the drone is too focused on the skateboard anyway. Even after the man trips over his skateboard, the drone sticks to its original aim, to get a good look at the skateboard on record. It seems to be doing just fine without the skater, going quite smoothly down the road. Number 32. Drone races with car. This drone soared so high that it thought it could beat a race car. You can imagine what happened next. This drone had one job, to capture the race car while it drifted on the racetrack. But the drone had its own dreams of becoming a racing drone. What could have been outstanding footage of the race car showing off turned out to be a hilarious fail. The drone zigzagged in the air, flew straight into the smoke, and failed to catch any good footage of the race car. Just when the drone gained some momentum, it ended up flying straight into the vehicle and forgot to step on the brakes. If the car wanted any sort of vengeance, it would have crushed it right there. Number 33. The drone that got stuck. A drone was showcasing its skills as it soared high and then dropped back down, just to make a fine comeback. But it was time to up the difficulty. The drone tried doing new moves by going inside the building through a small entrance. It did enter successfully, but ended up getting caught in the ceiling. It is going to take a lot more effort to bring that drone out now. Number 34. Family photo. Crashed by the drone. Just as the family was getting ready for the video, the person handling the drone was about to mess up. Having no clue how to steer the drone, this guy took a horrible video. And just when you thought it was going bad, it gets worse. The drone bounces and crashes straight into the toddler's head. Maybe the kid had too much sugar and was causing too much havoc around the house. This guy was probably after him. Whatever the cause, he is surely never going to be allowed to show off his cool drone in front of the family anymore. Number 35. Cool shot ruined. This boy was filming himself lying down in this dramatic shot, but then things took a turn. The moment it started backing up, the drone did not realize that it was getting caught up in the branches. The impact was so big that it immediately crashed and the screen turned black. The million-dollar question is whether the drone fell on the boy or not. That would have been one sick video. Number 36. The angry bird. This bird was not happy to be filmed, and it did not hesitate to express its feelings. As soon as the drone came near the bird, it jumped up with its wings spread widely and came directly at the drone. The flying device tried to retreat, but the damage had already been done. The bird successfully struck the drone. Number 37. The beginner drone. This drone was geared up to mark the performances of the racers. The guns fired and the race was started. All it had to do was keep track so the winner could be easily determined. But the drone lost track 2 seconds into the race. It forgot where the racetrack was and decided to hug the tree instead. Maybe it had its own race planned and decided to ditch the racers altogether. We will never know. The event designers will be asking for a refund from this guy for sure. Number 38. Peekaboo. This drone got out on a mission to explore the city, but took a risky detour. During the flight, the owner might have lost control of the drone because it kept moving in the wrong direction. The owner tried to steer it away, but the drone was adamant on going through the window and into the apartment. At the last moment, the drone swerved and crashed on the window. The owner will happily take those chances over getting sued for invading the privacy of another home. Can you imagine if it had gone inside? That's all on the hilarious captures that the drones recorded. Which one was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Do share with us a funny experience that you had with your drone. We would love to hear your thoughts. If you liked the video, do not forget to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to our channel if you want to keep seeing exciting videos on your feed. Until our next upload, stay tuned and thanks for watching.